Hello. I'm keeping this in. Hello, conscious creator, sassy conscious creator. Today, we're coming in hot with 2 videos because you know what? Truth is flowing through. We're just going to word vomit it all out. I am really excited to talk about this because this is relevant to me. Like, I slapped myself in the face with this the other day, so I want to slap you guys in the face with it too. So today we're going to be talking about, briefly, being in love with others. And what does that even mean? Like, what does it mean to be in love with someone? Okay? I'm not talking about like lovers, by the way. I'm talking about being in love with people in general, because I know, I'm fully convicted on this, that so many spiritual teachers out there will say that they do this, and they will turn around and they will judge another, and they will turn around and they will speak the words of the devil, which is really speaking something unwanted for another person, which is coming right back to themselves. Okay. So in this community, in this master collective, we're not going to do that. You want to know why? Because everyone is source, everyone is God, and they're beautiful and divine. And I'm calling myself out too. So when you speak of a person and you use your imagination, I hope you know that every time you say something that's ill or not well about a person, whether it's just a brief comment, like, you know how they are, they're always like this, or, I just find it so, they're supposed to be spiritual and they did this. I hope you know that is coming right back to you. That is, I think, like karma. We think karma is like, oh, I have to come back in this life and do it all over again because in the last life I wasn't a rock star and didn't accumulate $18 million of wealth, so I failed. No. Karma, it's not karma, it's an assumption. If you assume something that's not favorable to you and you assume it for someone else, you are inviting that energy in for you. If you say that person's crazy, you're inviting crazy into your consciousness. If you say that person's mean, you're inviting meanness into your consciousness. So it is so important. It is even more important to be very cautious of what you're saying about other people, because you hold the power to hold someone in the state. And that's it. If you think of Jesus, as, you know, most people, who knows, like a lot of people here may be Christian or I don't know. I'm not into the religion aspect of it. But if you think of Jesus as a figure, he just saw people perfect and whole. He didn't look and be like, oh, you're crippled. How dare you? You manifested crippledness. Unacceptable. I'm going to heal you now. No, he saw them as whole and perfect. Like, my brother and my sister, you are absolutely the God that you're supposed to be right here, right now. But he took it further and he saw them whole. He saw them seeing. He saw them walking. So think about every time you see someone, you think, even in your consciousness, there's that uncomfort, like, oh, poor them. Oh, they can't walk. They must be really sad. Oh, I feel the pain for them. You are not helping them. You're just allowing that feeling in your consciousness, and you're going to outpicture more of that feeling. You're going to outpicture suffering and sadness. Stop it. Stop outpicturing that. See them as the perfect person they are. Envision them walking. I don't know. Try it out. See what happens. I have my own testimonial of this, by the way. I have my own complete conviction. No one can tell me different about something that happened with my dad that I will talk about in another video. I don't even talk about it today, but I know full, like truly in my heart, convicted beyond belief, you could not tell me different, that when you hold someone in that amazing state of who they are, because there's parallel realities, you're going to outpicture the reality in that version where they're that perfect person already. Now, they may be experiencing in another reality something else, and this can complicate a lot of people, and a lot of people pretend, and I'm going to say it, they pretend to be confused on this subject because there's nothing to be confused about. This is who you are. I mean, right now there's a version of Sienna who's not making a YouTube video. There's a version of me sitting on my couch, like farting around, having the best time of my life. There's the version of me speaking something completely different, maybe in a different language to you, because those all exist right now. So why wouldn't you then, in your consciousness, if you are giving the power of I am, and you are giving the beautiful understanding that your word is your command, your wish is your command, you say and declare reality, and matter will form to you. Thoughts matter, literally. Thoughts matter. It's so funny we have that saying and we don't know. So try this with every single person you encounter. You know, even you see a homeless person, why don't you envision them successful? Neville Goddard talks about this. One of his students walked by and saw a homeless person, and the homeless person looked at him and said, "Can I please have some money?" And he goes, "No, I'll do you one better." He envisioned him thriving in a business. And you know what happened? A few days later, that man was walking. The homeless person was fully dressed to the nines, walked up to him and was like, remember me, remember me?" And he goes, "How could I forget?" And he goes, "Thank you for not giving me money. I was so disappointed in myself, that so uncomfortable, and that I even asked you, that I got a job and it ended up being better than expected, and now I have a place and I'm thriving." It can happen that fast because there's no logic to this. There isn't. Like, rational logic thinking is just a part of your mind you created. Miracles are normal because it's who we are. It's what we're doing all the time. So being in love with others is the most important thing, because that is your sister and brother in consciousness. That is an extension of you. That is a part of the whole, like, you, that is playing with you in this God world. It's beautiful. See them as perfect. Stop being mad at them, because you're just being mad at yourself. I mean, why else would you be so concerned about someone else's doings in their life? Are you that invested in someone else that you can't take the power back and focus on you? That just shows me you're distracted and you don't have the discipline and the conviction to then create your reality. And so you're distracting yourself to focus on someone else, but not even in a way that you could be focusing on them. So if you really felt the love of God within you and you felt that you were worthy and you start loving yourself, you're going to love everyone just as much as that. So I would say the thing that you need to then change for you is the love you have for yourself, and whether you feel worthy or not. Because if you wouldn't want someone to view you that way or treat you that way, then you should not view and treat someone else that way at all. And if you do and you catch yourself, that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. We've been programmed from a young age to judge. That's something we've just created, okay? So I catch myself sometimes, and even if it's not like a big judgment, it's just like a thing I think is a fact, but I'm saying it. Okay, hey, maybe I could have totally envisioned that differently, and then come back to the understanding of then I'm going to see it differently. Because if you want perfection and love and amazingness and to be chosen and to be treated with absolute respect and certainty and just in the best light, then you have to invite that in for yourself and for others. Because if you don't, you're going to get back what you've put out. And this is something that I think, like, it just needs to be, I've clearly created in my reality that people haven't done this, like in spiritual communities, because I don't know. I just think we could do it better. I know we can do it better, and I know that we can focus on this as versions of consciousness to start just being way more understanding and loving towards others. Because if you even think that judging someone else has nothing to do with you, then you really need to sit with yourself, sit in silence and know who you are, because judgment is from within, which means you judge yourself for that. And if you would want someone to forgive you for something that you've done, then you have to forgive. You have to forget, because you're inviting that. And this is it's funny, like this can be a very tricky thing to do, because we've allowed ourselves to program ourselves into thinking that it's so much harder with someone else, even with the manifestation people out there who are like manifest SPs. It's so difficult. Well, people will say it's difficult, and then someone will post a video and be like, it's so easy, get the text in 5 minutes, dude. Like 5 minutes, you're gonna get a text. You're gonna get your SP saying, I love you. What? You're forgetting the fundamental here. You are everyone. Everyone is you. You are the SP. If you're holding weight that they are doing something, an action that is actually being done to you, you're doing the action to you. That's it. And I'm not saying like stay in a situation that's seemingly bad because someone's doing something harmful to you. Remove yourself, please. Please remove yourself, okay? I'm not telling you that. And anyone who says that, they don't get it. Remove yourself, and then ask yourself how you invited that into your consciousness. And then revise it. And we'll talk about revising another day, which we do all the time. We just revise for what's unwanted. So, end of the video today. Just love yourself more. Love others, okay? Really, really learn. Really sit with that. Sit what that means. Sit with what that means. And if you could use some guidance on that, you can contact me. But really just practice it and then see. And then you can comment. Come back and comment when you've done it. Keep the questions and whatever for when you contact me, because I want this to be clear comment section on us being the masters that we are, don't get in each other's business, please. Like, it won't happen because I'm declaring it won't happen, but I'm just reminding you all, keep it loving and reach out to me if you feel called to. And have the most masterful day, because you really are the master, and you've created this video for you to wake up.